Hey, welcome to Life Should Be Interesting. My name is Jake, and kind of have a philosophy where something sounds cool, something sounds fun, I'm gonna say yes to it. So yesterday, I climbed to the top of that big boy, Island Peak. Now I'm on my way to through Dingboche to Dukla to meet my Japanese friend Daichi, and we're gonna do the rest of the 3 passes and then head back to Namche Bazaar and then back to Kathmandu. So today is not a very long day. It'll be about probably like 15 kilometers. So yeah, stay tuned. So being that this is my first YouTube video that I'm like officially posting as like this YouTube channel I'm aspiring to grow, I'm sure people will come back and watch the first video. One thing that I would really appreciate from all my followers and subscribers is if you would make comments just on like things that I could do better, like better music, or you know, your commentary sucks, or honestly just like any constructive or destructive feedback would be fantastic. That way I can deliver the best content possible, doing some of the coolest things possible. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me. So let me tell you about Island Peak. Island Peak is pretty cool. We left from Mr. Lobstrong's tea house, got all of our rental gear there, got my permit. Almost didn't get my permit. That's a whole nother story that I won't go into. And headed out to base camp with 2 other fellows that I met and their Sherpa. When we got to base camp, we were greeted with warm food, warm drinks, and a lot of friendly people. There was a group of Italians and French and Americans and all sorts of people from all over the world doing Island Peak. And so we ate lunch, took a nap, woke up, ate dinner, then met my Sherpa, and then went back to sleep. So I got 2 hours of sleep before dinner, and then about 6 hours of sleep before we actually headed out. So went to bed around probably, I don't know, 6 to 7 or something like that, and then woke up around 1 a.m. Everybody's getting their porridge, about to leave, gonna go to the top of a very tall mountain. 1 a.m. to eat a quick breakfast of porridge, and then headed out and headed up. So my arm is tired from holding this up. Maybe I'll switch sides. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, it's a lot less tiring. So we left around 1:30. I don't remember how long it took us to get up there. I want to say it was like 5 hours, but honestly, like, you couldn't see anything. It was a new moon, very dark. It's basically just me following in the footsteps of my Sherpa. A lot of people think that Sherpas will like carry things up for you. That might be the case on like Mount Everest. My Sherpa did not carry anything for me as far as like water, food, extra clothes, extra socks, whatever. I carried everything myself. So we hiked up to Crampon Point. Made it to Crampon Point. Getting our crampons put on. Different boots. This the way is all glacier. So most of it was just dirt until we got up to the point where we switch our boots over to the heavy duty La Sportivas, and then put the crampons on, and then the rest of the way is all glacial ice. And so it was pretty intense climbing. So for the first part of it, it's a fixed rope climb. So for the first part, we use an ascent device to ascend, of course, and part of it is roped, part of it is not. And for one part of it, where there's a very steep wall, it was just rock. So we're climbing with our crampons on this rock and roped in. Getting to the summit was a very emotional experience. Just seeing it and knowing that I put in all that work to get to the summit. It was shortly after sunrise. And Here's that clip right here, actually, of getting to the summit. It was pretty emotional. Nima and I finally just made it to the summit of Highland Peak. It's amazing. Oh God, I feel like I'm on top of the fucking world. 6,200 meters. Oh God. And so, one thing that people probably don't know is Highland Peak is 1 meter shorter than Mount Denali in Alaska. So I wasn't gonna stand for this. So what I did when I got to the top is I jumped 1 meter in the air. So that way I've been as tall as Mount Denali, which is the tallest point in the United States. What else do I want to say? I think the hardest part, honestly, was the descent. The ascent was like just following in the footsteps. It was dark, you couldn't see anything, you didn't know your progress, you just saw what was like a meter in front of you with your headlamp. And the descent, it just seemed like it lasted forever. Like I honestly, like it seemed like the mountain never ended. It seemed like it took longer to descend than it did to ascend. And that was honestly probably the most miserable part. And then once I got down, I got very sick, probably from the altitude. You can still tell my throat is kind of messed up. Last night, so that was yesterday morning. Last night I slept for probably, I think it was 14 hours. Went to bed at 6 p.m. and woke up at 8 a.m. I really needed that. That way I could make this trek today through Dingboche, just down that way to meet Daichi in Dukla. And then we're gonna continue on our way through the rest of the passes. Yeah, I'm sure there's more that I could say about the climb, but that's what I got right now. My arm is super fucking tired.
Yo, thank you for watching my first YouTube video. Hopefully it's only up from here. So hopefully everyone's having a great day. Remember to make it your mission to make someone smile today, and who knows, it might just make you smile too.